Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. But take a look at the Hawks. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Pistons, a half game back.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for the Hawks, the front court is Shea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. And it's the Hawks ball. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send him double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Young looking it over. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Duran high post. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
That free throw, no good. So, Brent, when you were playing, what was your approach to the first game of a back-to-back? Anything different?
No, really nothing different, Kevin. I mean, the games just pile up. So go back to your routine, staying with your routine, making sure you're on time with when you eat your meal, when you get to the arena, when you're doing your pregame warm-up. A lot of those things allow your mind to settle in to what it is your body is about to go through to compete every night on an NBA floor.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Shots good from Young.
Toughness inside from Trey.
And here are the Pistons now. They trail by 1. Cunningham passes to Duran. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's Cunningham. Releases from the wing and drills it. Cunningham's got his second bucket tonight. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Johnson outside. Back to Young. To the inside. Capella. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Pass to Harris. Hardaway with it. Just 5 to shoot. Cunningham outside. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Cunningham's got 7.
And right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Pistons. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Daniels. Hunter with it. Guarded by Hardaway. Daniels with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Knicks in New York.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Harris finds Hardaway. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Durham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Hits the 3-point bomb. Young's got 5 now.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Rebound, Atlanta. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Now here is Harris. Still yet to score. There's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Now you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Johnson against Harris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That's good from Young.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Reza Shea is coming in for Johnson. And it's Bogdanovich in for Daniels. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Jalen Duren. Allen comes in for Tobias Harris. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Thompson, no good. Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to Hunter. Shoots the 3. No good that time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
The Hawks trailing. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck and middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Marcus Sasser is out there with Beasley. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Thompson, and it's Holland in at the power forward position. Here's Sasser trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Krejci. Beasley against Bogdanovich. Hunter with a screen on Beasley. The 3 from Bogdanovich. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And so it's Detroit with it. Beasley against Bogdanovich. Down low, here's Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here's Okongwu. 14 points from him the last game against New York. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And Bogdanovich has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop and start deal for him. But when he's feeling good and when he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
Atlanta making a switch here. Roddy's checked in, and a switch here also for Detroit. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Thompson.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Stewart kicks to Beasley. Here's Holland. Nothing on the board. From 13, 4 on the shot clock. Here's Fontecchio. Rebounded by the Hawks. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. They get it again. And that one drops. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Sasser. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 22-point game against New York. And DeAndre Hunter is a plug-and-play type of wing. Brent, he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah, really good at spacing the floor, getting better at creating for himself, Kevin. And defensively, he's a solid on-ball defender that can switch up to multiple positions. Who in the league isn't looking for a talent like that?
First one falls for him.
And Herter's such a talented swing man, and every year he seems to find a way to add a little bit of something to his game.
Harris is checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Marcus Sasser. And both free throws good for Hunter.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
On the wing, Harris. Kicks it out to Beasley. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Hunter. It's hauled in by Harris. To the middle. Here's Stewart. Off with the layup. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's blocked.
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Then for the Pistons, Duren comes in for Holland. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Beasley. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Young. Good on the shot. Young's got 9 points.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham. Three-pointer. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Bogdanovich. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Hawks making a switch here. Reza Shea checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Thompson, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Duren. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to Harris. Duren with the screen on Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now here is Hardaway. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Johnson against Harris. It's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. To the paint. Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's a minute left in the second quarter. Cunningham dishes it to Harris. And Thompson kicks to Hardaway. For 3, Harris. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here is Daniels, guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Young. The 3, nailed from three-point land. Young's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Thompson. And here is Duren. Cunningham outside. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You look at the Pistons, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
All right, let's get to our featured game where Trae Young has been having himself one heck of a night so far.
There's a toughness to Trae Young. As little as he is, he will tear you up.
Yeah, we talked about the Steph Curry comparisons. Obviously the skill, but also how determined they are, day in and day out.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
The Hawks leading by 14. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And for the Pistons, their shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Harris. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Harris has got 5 now.
Beautiful in the mid-range there. Sometimes it looks automatic for Tobias Harris.
Pass to Johnson. Young against Cunningham. Here's Daniels over Hardaway. Here's Capella. A putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's take a look at the numbers for Jalen Duren.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Cunningham against Young. Now Reza Shea. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Reza Shea. 14 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Young. Averaging 23 points per game, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. A floater. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
Pretty nice release from Cade Cunningham that time. Soft touch and arc on that ball.
Back to Daniels. Screen by Capella. Driving inside. And that one's good. Daniels.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Duran with a screen on Young. Cunningham for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. At one point, they led by 16. And Cunningham with the block.
Great denial. Cunningham using every inch of that reach.
And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Young. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got 16 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Duran. Now Hardaway. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Rizichet, defended by Duran. Here's Johnson. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the shot goes in.
Once Duran gets that kind of positioning inside, not much you're going to do defensively.
Young against Cunningham. Young outside. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 19 points.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Tobias Harris. Allen comes in for Asar Thompson. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Pass to Beasley. Duran with a screen on Bogdanovich. For three, Beasley sinks the triple. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Okongwu with the screen for Bogdanovich. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, Bogdanovich can score, but where he gets real dangerous is when he becomes a playmaker like that.
Pass to Holland. Beasley with a clean look and another three for Detroit.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Now Johnson. And here is Hunter. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
29 seconds left to play in the third.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Johnson. Now, here's Hunter. Defense is right there. 6 to shoot. Beasley with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting two.
The first one falls. That one misses. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Sasser in at the 1. Pistons trail by 15. Beasley finds Sasser. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Sasser hits them both. The Hawks leading by 13. Here's Krejci. Pass to Roddy. Outside Bogdanovich. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Bogdanovich has such a nice repeatable motion on his perimeter game. Beautiful 3-ball there.
Now Stewart. Here's Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Holland no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Krejci passes to Okongwu. Hunter bounce pass. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, the decision making a little bit better there. Hunter looking more comfortable on these pick and roll sets.
Pistons trail by 18. Now here's Beasley. Pass to Sasser. Inside. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Wallace is checked in for the Hawks. Cunningham, he's checked in for the Pistons. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Fires it up. Detroit, no good that time either.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
Staying aggressive, stay on the attack. That's how Bogdanovich is going to earn these whistles.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Detroit making a switch here. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Fontecchio. Hardaway is subbed in for Beasley. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Young with the ball. Here's the teardrop. Johnson wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists now tonight. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He knows every possession is critical now. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
Capella with a screen on Cunningham. Young, no good. Pistons trailed by 19. Cunningham outside. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. To the inside. Here's Thompson. Out to Harris. A second chance effort. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight. The Hawks leading by 19 points. Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Johnson with a screen on Cunningham. Young from outside. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Atlanta.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Now Capella. Johnson outside. Here's Risache. No good with the triple. And here are the Pistons. It's an 18-point game. Here's Harris.
Assist from Cade Cunningham.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Trey, this is a young team. So what is the chemistry and connection that lets you play together so well?
I mean, you're around us outside of the locker room. You can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. I mean, you can tell the reason why we do that. And I love this group.
Well, congrats on the win, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Trae Young.